ps-26 was coming in for a landing. But the co-pilot thought they were going a bit too fast, so he asked the pilot to slow down, and they did. And the plane was just rattling. The plane landed, but the manual brakes weren't working. So the pilot said, "Let's just try and take off." Okay. Well, it was no good. The plane couldn't take off. They said, well, the plane was now stalling. And they landed. Soon the plane was heading up to cruising altitude. There were 7 passengers and 2 crewmen. There were 7 passengers and 7 crew members. Altogether, there were 14 occupants on board the plane. The plane was now heading to shore. Wait, hold on. The pilot was now heading towards the airport they were heading to drop off and load passengers. The pilot had pulled out the landing gear, and now was coming in for a landing. He was only heading towards the pilot was only headed towards the airport that they were heading to, because he thought the ps-26 would need a new coat of paint, because when the ps-26 was first made, it was just painted gray. So he was bringing it to this airport, so some of the workers that worked at the airport were painters. So the pilot thought that they could repaint the plane. And they were not even lined up with the runway. The plane touched down. But the pilot said, "Bro, that was a Ryanair landing." So now the plane was heading towards its parking spot. The pilot decided to put the plane on autopilot and would have to taxi. So, see you when this taxiing is done. The plane was now repainted into a nice blue color. So then the pilot started up the engines and decided to taxi to the runway when the engines were all started up. The pilot was now taxiing to the runway. They had to do a very long flight from shore airport to the main airport. So the pilot was now heading towards the runway. He had to take off from the east. You have to take a very, very, very long time to taxi. Until he finally manually headed towards the runway he was supposed to go to. And he didn't know that none of the workers had told him that some spots were not inserted properly. V1 and rotate. ps-26 had now took off. It was now heading towards the main airport. But when the plane was heading towards cruising altitude, the slide door blew off. The slide door had blew off. The slide door had blew off. The pilot had seen the slide door blow off and said, "Oh no, we're not going to make it to main airport." So he said, we need to quickly So the pilot said, "We're not going to make it to the main airport." So he said, "Let's quickly divert to field airport. They're not that busy." The plane was diverting towards the field airport. And the plane was now coming in for a landing. Got me. We have to make an emergency landing, passengers. So yeah, sorry. We'll soon be heading towards Cliffs Airport in no time. The plane was now coming in for a landing. All planes had to wait until the ps-26 came in for a landing. See when the plane's all repaired. The plane was all repaired, and now the pilot was taxiing to runway 31. I said to the passengers, "Sorry about that inconvenience of our slide door blowing off. We are now going to make it towards the main airport so all you guys can enjoy the ocean. Hopefully nothing bad will go wrong, like an engine failure." Wait, C400! Why are you diverting off course? Because you're coming onto the runway. Oh yeah. MC400, can you please hurry up the taxiing? Alrighty. Hooray! Now I can finally take off. Man. And said the pilot, "I'm really loving how Shore Airport repainted our plane blue. This definitely suits the ps-26 if it heads into water." Yeah. Soon the plane was now taking off. V1 and rotate. ps-26 had now taken off. Now, said said the pilot. We can now finally head to main airport without any problems. We just took off in time. Hey look, the C-400's now coming back because we took off. Yeah, I remember one time my friend RL-42, I think he got, his tail got bumped into by the C-400's nose when he was trying to land at Field Airport. But his tail's all repaired now. And I heard that Ryanair had hired him. So that's cool. Anyway, we're almost at our destination, pilots. But then, the engines had malfunctioned. Oh crap, said the pilot. First our slide door blowing off, now our engine's malfunctioning. Hey, said a random passenger. What? At least we're almost near the airport. Yeah, you're right. But we're not. We have to head on to the other runway because we're not lined up with the runway that we plan to land on. Soon the plane was now slowly descending to the airport that they were heading to. We gotta be careful. The plane was descending really quickly. Hold on, we gotta be careful. We don't want to recreate Asian Airlines Flight 214. Luckily, they didn't.
400.
And they said,
300.
yes, we might be able to make it onto the runway.
100.
Quickly turn.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Sorry about that. My phone fell off. But the pilot did not land on the runway. Then the manual brakes failed, and the plane had turned off course. The manual brakes were failing. The pilot said, "Oh crap! Oh crap!"
Star 20.
Hey, we made emergency. We landed in the water. Now stop. 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 And that was the story of this ps-26. Hope you enjoyed.